Welcome back, everybody, here to the GSL Code S Round 32 Group G. We did just have our first player get out of the group. It was Dark, and now we are going down to the losers match here, Parting versus MMA.
Bit of an old match here. Both these players have a lot of experience and a lot of experience against each other. So it should be a pretty fun one. Both with unique styles. Parting's
crying.
He's crying already, man. Got to try and fix what he did against Sky High. It's not going to work again. Or it didn't work last time, but MMA, no doubt, has an idea of what might be coming his way.
It's so funny that these guys, as you mentioned, they played against each other so many times, and even in the chat, kind of just joking around with each other.
Yeah, these guys certainly spent a lot of time together. Here's MMA, having a lighthearted sort of conversation in the lobby before the game starts.
Yeah. Who would you predict to get out of this one? I think it's a pretty hard call after seeing Parting go down to Sky High.
I think it's a hard call, but I'm still going to give it to Parting. I think he's going to have that advantage over MMA. I feel like Parting didn't show a weak game against Sky High, but Sky High was looking very polished, especially when it went to that late game.
Some minor mistakes out of Parting, but I'm sure after that first series, he's kind of going to buckle down, as he usually does. We mentioned it before, very good at coming back behind. The map pool here is going to be Terraform, Cactus Valley, and Echo.
Okay. Well, should be a pretty interesting series considering those maps. Did see Expedition and Vani get removed from MMA. Iron Fortress and Coda from Parting, as to be expected. Starting things off on Terraform as well. That's a lot of fun. We haven't seen many TVPs on this map.
Yeah. Kind of interesting. We do see Bonnie Research Station banned out there by MMA. Wanting to play on Terraform instead. We saw Sky High actually ban out this map. But guys, we're about to jump into set number 1 here in the losers match between Parting and MMA.
HOT6 GSL 시즌 3.
Down here in the bottom right, red.
유이 플래시 울프즈 파티.
Looking really focused.
And up here in the top left, we do have the blue Terran. His name is
스베누 MMA.
That's funny. I thought it was Mama. I guess I was wrong.
You were wrong, Valdez. You just have no idea what's going on, mate.
Got my head in the ground.
No, I would have thought the same. Mixed martial arts is what it's short for, Valdez.
Do you think that's definitely what he made his name after?
I believe so. I think so.
Is there anything else that could be MMA? Maybe he tried to make it Mama, but he missed an A.
I guess that could be it. That could. I don't know. Maybe he's a fan of UFC there. That's what I'm coming from. I think he used to do martial arts, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's why he chose that name. I'm a bit rusty.
It's probably in the trivia section of his Wikipedia.
We need to call up Wolf and figure this out.
Wolf's like, back in 2011, I actually was talking to MMA, and
this is what happened.
Can we phone a friend right now for this cast? Can we ask him?
Well, starting things off here, we are seeing that early 2 gas from Parting. Maybe looking for some early aggression here. Wouldn't be surprised in this kind of map. Another quick look at the audience. Look at that magnificent beard again.
Ooh.
Ooh. Can't put that on camera.
That's inappropriate.
Well, back to the game. We are seeing that SCV Scout and a follow-up of a Reaper. No probes on the map just yet. I'm seeing that Zealot on the way. But with these 2 gas, he could be looking for something quick. Or it could just simply be that Mothership Core and a quick Stalker.
Could be. It is lining up for that Stargate if he wanted to do it here, but it doesn't look like he will. Just going to go into Stalker as well as Warpgate Research. Going to try to get that Nexus down.
Yeah, not committing to that Zealot either, so obviously no engineering bay down there for him to do so. While still happening, MMA just taking his command center.
the sadness in her face when she got caught holding the phone.
Can never be caught. Never doing that, Valdez. Not here.
You don't want to be holding your phone like that in this studio.
Well, it'll be a little while longer until this game kind of kicks off and we actually get to figure out what these players want to do. Both of them are more on the aggressive side, though MMA did show a little bit more patience in his games against Dark.
He did, but this is going to be the first time he's up against Protoss here tonight. We'll see what he's got prepared for parting. We saw that Dark said he was very prepared for parting in the ZVP matchup in particular.
Yeah, that's interesting to note. So I wonder why. I guess he was a little bit worried about what parting potentially could do. Wasn't sure exactly how much parting he's practicing, perhaps, or what he's capable of.
You said it before. He's a very tricky player in terms of like he's usually very aggressive, but sometimes he's not so much. And you have to get a good read on how he's feeling on that day. Today, he didn't really do too much aggression against Sky. There was that one build on Vonnie Research Station with the proxy oracles. But
yeah, that's
that was about it.
I mean, we're used to seeing a lot more from him. Look at this Reaper there. Ooh, gonna get a big scout off into the main base. Bit of a mistake there from parting. Gonna show that Robo to the Reaper's face.
This Reaper's gonna get a... Oh? Not gonna get a kill.
No, he's gonna see everything he needs to see there. Even a chrono boost on that Twilight.
Sees everything. Yeah, kind of a missed micro there. I think parting not really microing his Stalker as well as he could have. And Mothership Core not in the best position.
Look at that forward pylon as well. Maybe you're gonna see a lot more aggression than expected. He's gonna have observers available as well if he wants to continue it, if he wants to try deal with Widow Mines.
Yeah, this is coming out strong. I think already 5 Stalkers have been made.
Yeah, looks like we're actually going to see that aggression after all, parting, and it's really start to turn it on here. So it looks like he's keeping that Mothership Core at home to defend against any sort of potential drops, and he's going to use observers to do all the work over the other side of the map. I think just about to finish here. He's going to start working on this bunker. Very unprepared is MMA, and down it goes.
Oh boy. No repair. He just doesn't know this is coming. The stim is only getting done now, and he's only got Marines. Blink is done, and MMA is in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, well, you see 2 Marauders out now. Oh, a little bit of a missed micro there from parting. Does have Blink available, just not using it.
He's still getting so much damage done here. 10, SCV's now 11, and a pretty puny Bioforce at this. The bunker is not going to complete.
Good. Blink Micro is doing its work. No Stalker's going down just yet. He's starting to work on the Marauders. Once they're gone, there's not going to be much left over for MMA to defend this natural, and it could even just be game.
Yeah, focus is down the bunker, and that was pretty much his only hope at defending this. 13 SCVs have gone down. More and more Stalkers coming in. MMA had taken his hand off the keyboard for a second there in frustration. Yeah. And with this many Stalkers out against this little bio, you can just focus down those Marauders you were talking about and essentially just roll over the Terran.
There you go. GG scans go down.
GG. Parting with a pretty standard, aggressive, 3-gate Blink build that MMA saw, but MMA was just not prepared.
Yeah, he was not prepared, and I'm not surprised that we're seeing parting go to this. After that first series against Sky High, he's like, you know what? It's time to just turn it on again. It's time to go for these all-ins. I'm sick of playing these macro games. I'm clearly not comfortable there at this point against Terran. Time to put on the aggression. MMA not expecting it one bit. Losing that bunker in a few shots, and from there, the game.
MMA's got a lot of thinking to do after that loss, for sure.
Don't be letting it go like that. I'm sure MMA was not expecting it though, considering what we did see in that first series. No doubt MMA was watching that as well.
Essentially what he had to do is get an SCV out there and make sure that Stalkers are not building up. And if you saw them, get some extra bunkers down, get your SCVs in position, and you can have a much, much better trade. You can eventually get out a decent number of Marauders to push that back.
Yeah.
But as we said before, don't really want to harp on it too much, but not the best response so far from this player.
Same way, like MMA did get that big scout off. He did see exactly what he needed to see, but it looked like a very standard sort of macro opening as well.
Well, that's the flexibility of that build. You can definitely put on the pressure, or you can, not build that many Stalkers, only build the necessary amount for defense, and go from there. Guys, we're going to jump into map number 2 here. It is going to be Cactus Valley. Bit of a bigger map. We'll see if MMA is more comfortable on this one.
Well, his last shot here. If MMA loses this game, he is out of the GSL for the year. There's no more after this one. You know, he's got to, it's either now or never. He wants to go deep one more time. He did in season 1. We haven't seen much of him since then, though.
Yeah. We'll see what he's got prepared here for this very big map. We're going to jump into that right now. Game number 2 between Parting and MMA.
핫6 GSL 시즌 3.
Here in the top left, in the red, up a game. Protoss player he is.
요이 플래시 울프즈 파팅.
Showing a lot of aggression in game 1. Maybe he wants to follow it up here, but bigger map. Down here in the bottom left, we have the Terran player.
스베누 MMA.
Loses this game, he's gone. Cannot afford to do so, the pressure is on.
Yeah, you can tell as well, just in his body language, his face. Definitely feeling that pressure. I think he would have liked to have cross spawns on this one, but for him, I guess dropping towards that main is not going to be too hard.
Yeah, it's actually a nice flight path straight to the main base. If he wants to go down that, I'm sure he does. MMA, always known for his drops in the past. Didn't really get a chance to do it last game there.
Yeah, Parting not even letting him get to that tag.
Let's see what Parting wants to do this time around. So far, only one gas and an early scout here.
Yeah. We saw on this map between Parting and Sky High, Parting just trying to defend there with his Colossi, but Sky High able to do enough damage to the Colossi and take decent enough trades. I think there was one moment where he was putting on a lot of pressure where a lot of the Stalkers were in the main for Parting, and he didn't have the best position. He didn't have that many Stalkers either, and he had a hard time. He lost a lot of Colossi to just great positioning from the Vikings of Sky High.
Yeah, that's right. It's a pretty messy game. Parting, where are you going? Are we just gonna see a DT shrine, a Dark Shrine on the way? I think that's the choice here. Doubt it's gonna be a Stargate, not here. If it is, he's gonna be miles away.
Well, he could be taking that risk where he's like, okay, I'm in between 2 of the bases. It's a 67% chance that I'm close enough. And if not, maybe he does go for DTs.
Gonna find out in just a second. Yes, you're right, Valdez. Big risk here. Not gonna pay off. Not nearly as much as he wants to. I guess at the very least, it's gonna be undetected.
Yeah, for now. But we do see MMA going for, looks like, maybe a Reaper to follow up that CC. These guys are going to run into each other. I don't think that'll really throw MMA off, though.
No, it shouldn't do from here. But it gives everything he needs to know, especially for Parting. He's going to know where to send these oracles, but man, they're going to take a while to get there. A lot longer than what they would have if it weren't from the main base.
Is that unfortunate positioning, that chance you take. He's going to see it now and not going to be too happy.
Yeah. Well, still, was that CC first, so there's a good chance there won't be enough Marines out. And if that's the case, he's still going to be in a good place.
Also, not a Reaper follow-up here, just a couple of Marines to get into that bunker as well as a factory.
Yeah, you're going to have 2 Marines in a bunker. That's not going to help your main base. It's not going to help your natural either. You're just not going to have enough Marines. And if we see a second Oracle come out, things get a little bit dangerous. But it looks like we are going to see a Blink Stalker follow-up here.
Yeah, I like this.
He's just going full all in. He's from here.
Look at
He's
this.
like, oh.
2 Marines coming out of the bunker.
Oh my goodness. They're going to be so out of position for this.
Oh boy. He has no idea. He just has no idea. And here comes the Oracle coming into the main. An instant pull, but definitely going to get a bunch of damage with this Oracle.
Yeah, this is critical damage right now, forcing them all off the line. Everything's getting slowing down, and from here, he's going to go for that Blink Stalker all in. Not going to be enough units here to defend.
This Oracle is still getting damage done somehow. Finally runs out of energy. Gets 8 kills total. SCV does get by and does scout the fact that there is no Nexus, so I think he's just going to prepare here for a follow-up all-in.
Yeah, big blunder there, actually, from Parting. He actually had the opportunity to finish that SCV off with the Stalker, but choosing not to.
4-gate blink.
You know?
That is the amount of gateways you can support if you are only making units.
Absolutely, Valdez. That's all you need.
I got that chart back at home. I got it memorized.
Put that on your wall. Well, here we go. Does MMA actually have enough? It's going to help out that he has these mines and that second bunker finishing up, but he doesn't really have that many Marines to populate them.
Yeah, he knows there's a follow-up, but he actually kept that SCV down at the bottom of the ramp, so he doesn't see the follow-up tech. And once he sees the blink coming straight into his main, he's not going to have bunkers there. He will have Widow Mines, as you mentioned, but
are they even going to be in place to stop Stalkers? I think they're kind of being made to stop Oracles right now.
Yeah, he's got a missile turret coming up. There are a couple in both the mineral lines so far. And Parting is just set up to blink straight into the main. Yep. MMA, again, just has no idea.
Here we go. Turns on the detection, making sure no mines waiting up top. MMA has no idea this is coming. And here comes everything.
So blink coming in. Gonna focus down some GG. That's it.
That's it. MMA out of the tournament just like that.
Parting blinking his way to victory. There you have it. A very, very quick best of 3.
Yeah. Kind of disappointing to see MMA go out like that, especially after such a successful Season 1. I'm sure everyone was hoping he would do the same here, but not looking like it. Disappointing way to go out as well. Getting cheesed out by Parting a couple of times.
Yeah.
Seems like he's in that mindset now to make things a little bit interesting up against Sky High in that lower bracket finals.
This is going to be a sick last set here between these two players. Parting having that confidence coming off of that win. Sky High just losing to Dark 2-0. It's definitely not a given win to either player. I was saying before that I was favoring Sky High, but after this series, you know, even with these builds, like Parting didn't even give too much away either. He's like, I blinked him twice. You know, well,
he can do that against Sky High as well. You know, he's got a ton of other all-ins. It's not like, I mean, it's a star that he hasn't even tried against Sky High yet. He went for the late game against him, but maybe this time around he's going to mix it up.
He did that one Stargate build in that game 3. It didn't quite work out for him, but we'll see what he decides to do here. Guys, we're going to take another quick break before we get into that final match.